Hi everyone, this is Dr. Victoria Nalule. I hope my camera is very clear. I've been having issues with respect to my camera and videos lately. But today I want to talk about the dilemma of achieving national energy goals, or even of embracing and accelerating national energy goals in this era of globalism. So with globalism, it's mostly to do with the issue of how countries come together to set up roles in the energy sector. It's an issue of internationalizing the energy sector, and we have seen this in different ways, including in the global interest to protect the environment. We know of the global or international instruments like the climate change, like the 2015 Paris Agreement. We also have in the energy sector, we have some international laws and regulations focused on the energy sector, including the Energy Charter Treaty, with their secretariat based in Brussels, Belgium. And I had a chance to work with the Energy Charter Secretariat for a very long time from 2017, from 2015 to 2017. But today, with the current issues that are really taking place in the energy sector, with the global energy crisis, with the increase in oil prices, we're seeing it very hard for countries to really embrace regionalism in the energy sector. I mean, to embrace globalism in the energy sector. I just had an interview on a Dubai-based and on a Dubai-based television today, and the question they asked me was whether the current considerations by the G7, that is the group of seven, to put an oil cap on the Russian oil, whether it will be effective. And this really rose questions of national interests when it comes to the energy sector. So we're all aware of the Russian crisis, their war in Ukraine, and also the sanctions that have been imposed by the EU and the UK. But the question is, or what we have really realized is, it's very hard for countries to control what other countries can do. It's very hard for a group of countries like the G7 to control the decisions or even to control the move when it comes to the energy sector. Because first, we have seen that the Russians have been able to extend their oil market, to Asian countries like China, like India. They have been able to expand beyond Europe when it comes to supplying their oil and gas. So, can you control what the Asians have to do, or what the Asians have to pay when it comes to the Russian oil? That brings in the issue of national interest, because you realize at this era that every country is focused on their own energy needs. They are focused on ensuring that they have enough energy for their people and that energy is accessible. So in this interview, in the interview I had today, it's an Arabic TV interview. That's why I'm speaking right now in English. The question was whether the idea by the G7 to even put a price cap on the Russian oil, whether it was visible. And the answer is it's not visible, because in this era, or even at this juncture where countries are experiencing an energy crisis, every country is really focused on getting as much oil, as much gas as they can to be able to lower down on the increasing oil prices. So this has really illustrated how countries are focused on achieving their national energy goals. And it's also an indication, especially for countries in the global south, to do the same thing, not to really take international instruments as a guide, because we have seen when we're faced with the energy crisis, countries often forget about these international instruments. For instance, Germany is considering to explore or even invest more in coal. All the EU countries are looking for ways on how they can get more oil and gas supplies. And these are countries that were really focused on embracing climate change and enforcing all these international instruments. But right now we have seen that not not very many countries will abide by these international instruments. And as such, at the end of the day, you realize that the national interests of every country when it comes to the energy sector, it takes precedence as compared to the international interests. So yeah, the issue of the sovereignty over natural resources is very key, but also it's very important for countries to know their national interests and see what regional measures or even regional laws and expectations they can abide with, what international expectations they can abide with. If those expectations are contradicting your national interest, then you really want to think twice, because as we are seeing right now, every country is focused on achieving energy security at whatever measures. So they are not really concerned about regional expectations, international expectations. They are concerned about ensuring affordable, reliable, and affordable and reliable energy for their citizens. So this is a very short video, but you can also check out the video I did previously on the energy security board games, because it explains really the issues of energy security at the national level vis-a-vis the international expectations. Thank you very much for your time, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Victoria Nalule. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.